Welcome back to the show. Now we'll take a look at some of the charts and see what's been happening with the figures around the country. Charles?
Yeah, still consistent, Chris. 66.9 for auction clearance rates across the country. Sydney hit 68.1, Melbourne 71.1, but Canberra 65.2. So you had quite a few of the capital cities up there. So the auction clearance rates are really looking quite healthy still right across the country. And I think, as Tom was saying, for his area and where he is, he's up in the mid-90s now. So for him,
Again,
it's pretty
all
good.
depends on the area, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
But
yeah.
homes advertised for sale, there's a lot of people talking about that.
Yeah, look, that increased again, 2.49%. Last week it increased by 3.14%. We don't expect it in winter, but we're actually getting a slow increase. We're now only negative 13.07% from this time last year. So that's on the move okay as well.
Okay, and on to rents.
They're balancing out. We've been watching that move along. Perth is slowly staying in that range, but they're down to 11.37 on a national basis. But most of the capital cities are just now starting to stabilise in the rental area, Chris. So it's going where we thought it would go, because you're going to get those buyers who are tenants out buying now, and so they're going to be actually leaving a few properties vacant.
And yeah, how about the vacancy rates? Obviously with winter and a bit of rain and the rest of it, not everyone wants to be out hunting.
No, but it's been hovering. It's been going up above 3, below 3, up above 3. So there is definite pattern. We're down to this week on an average across the nation of 2.32%. Last week was up over 3. So if you look at the chart, it looks a bit like a roller coaster right now. I think it's going to start to move up progressively over a period of time.
Okay. Now, one thing I'm really interested in, BIS Shrapnel came out during the week and they said Sydney 19% over the next 3 years, 17% Brisbane, 15% Perth, Darwin 10%. What do you think on those numbers? Well,
I definitely think Sydney's got the upside because it never really caught the cycle in the last boom that we had. It fell behind. And so I think definitely Sydney, I would say that 19% is probably right on the money, if not on the conservative side slightly. The Darwin one is always a little bit volatile because there's a lot going on there, and it's a very specialised buyer that's going to buy up there and they're going to move there for a particular reason. Whereas with your capital city of Sydney, there's a whole raft of reasons why you might buy your property there.
But again, what people have got to remember is, say if Sydney's 19%, that might be some suburbs going up at 15% and some at 25%, giving an average.
Yes.
And then even within that suburb, that 15 might be 20 for some, 10 for the other.
Chris, if you get the top end, move quickly because economically the people who are buying those properties are feeling better about things. Then all of a sudden, one of those properties that sold recently, like 25 million, that changes a median price very, very quickly. So I think the top end and also discretionary spending areas, I think there's a lot of properties still in those areas that are well below price, and I think they will move quickly in price, and I think you'll get an increase, and it won't be just because it's the capital city of Sydney that's doing it.
And so look, hopefully with low interest rates there, which look as if they're going to stay around for a while, obviously a good chance to fix as well, and predicted capital growth. If you're waiting for a sign, then maybe this is one of the signs. But obviously, there's never a guarantee, so you've got to invest for the long term. Thanks for joining us this evening. Until next week, I'm Chris Gray. Good night.